Welcome back, everybody, to the Round 2 Grand Playoffs here between the Jin Air Green Wings and CJ Entis Day 1. We saw Sora take a crazy game there on Cactus Valley in a PvP, but now we're jumping into game number 5.
Yeah, this is the one where herO is insanely favored over Symbol in a PvZ. And if you just think about how some of these wins have gone, we've seen crazy wins for CJ that most people would, we've basically seen two process take wins that most people would say they were not favored in. Sora taking a win and SOS taking a win, right? But this is one of those matches where I just cannot imagine Symbol takes that upset. I just don't see it.
Yeah, this matchup a little bit harder to just throw out something and expect a win like that. Maybe Symbol has a plan there. Maybe he's got a build over that might catch herO out, but if this goes mid to late, I don't think he has any chance at all against this guy.
Yeah, Symbol doesn't really strike me as one of those players who's going to come out and do a crazy build or have a fantastic thinking mind. He's got some, awesome idea of how this matchup is supposed to work and how he can really get into the mind of herO and, exploit that and take a win. The only thing I would say is that herO does come out on Terraform, which is not really a great Protoss map.
That's true, and Symbol 1-0 versus Protoss. At least, he's got that win on his back. The last 10 matches, you can see kind of littered with wins and losses. herO's got a few losses in there, but he's playing against much, much higher caliber players like Bial.
Yeah, and I mean, we never even see Symbol in Pro League, really. Like, he's never coming out for Jin Air, so I'm very curious to see how that's going to go down and how he's playing these days.
Well, Symbol looking a bit nervous as well. herO always looks nervous before a match, before he crushes players, but let's see how this one is going to go down here for game number 5 on Terraform. Up here in the top left in the yellow for CJ Entis, the Protoss player, it is herO.
Down near the bottom right in green for Jin Air Green Wings, it is Symbol taking his only win this season versus Blaze on Cactus Valley in the ZVP matchup, where he came in because I believe SOS was actually traveling and he kind of filled in his spot, him or Rogue, or perhaps both. And we're going to see herO drop an early pylon down here at the wall. Wants to grab that win with an Infestor. Neural Parasite that.
All right, well, this map, it is weak for Protoss because of the fact that the third base is so exposed. Really the one you want to get for either race is going to be the one on your side of the map. So for herO, it's going to be the one below his natural, and I mean, there's multiple ways into it, so it means making a SimCity is so much harder. Defending it in general, just things get a lot crazier as the game goes on. So maybe herO plans to be a little bit more aggressive on this kind of map. Maybe stick it to 2 base or be very aggressive on 3, or I don't know. It's gonna be a hard map for Protoss in general.
Looks like Symbol is going to send out either an early scout or he's going to be taking that early base at an odd location.
Yeah, kind of just hiding it. Hiding the timing for at least a little while.
herO versus Symbol Protoss support.
Yeah, cool sign there from another international fan, but he is just going to hide that third base, like you said.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. We see this sometimes on Bonnie Research Station as well, where there's a gold base, and the Protoss is like, oh, is he going for the gold? I come into the main, he doesn't have a pool, he's hiding something. Where is that hatchery? And you just play that game of find the hatchery.
That's really frustrating as a Protoss. Now you have to check every base. There's so many.
Oh, look at this. He's going to go for a Zealot. This could be a Zealot cannon rush.
Oh, you're right. With the Forge.
Wow, this is going to be amazing.
Excellent read from herO. He's like, oh, you're doing this. All right. Well, I guess you want to die.
Yeah. Well,
wow.
That's it. Like, he scouted it, though, which is the good thing, at least, for Symbol.
He's going to have to pull a ton of drones.
He's going to let it go.
And he's going to have to, right?
Yeah, there's no... He's going to try.
Here come the drones.
I think that should have come out a lot earlier here because the cannons are already coming down.
Yeah, you can wall this off. And the Zealot is on the way. Bit surprised he made a cannon instead of a pylon here.
Yeah, that's kind of strange, but, well, let's see. There's not much surface area on the cannon that's going to finish up.
Yeah.
Going to lose that second one there.
Starting another one.
Oh, not even canceling that one.
Ooh, a bit of a mistake there, but the Zealot has arrived, and, you know, the Zealot can do what the cannon cannot if it doesn't finish.
And the cannon does finish. And by this time, if you've tried to stop it by pulling this many drones and you are not successful, this may just be too much damage.
He's going to go for it anyway. That means the last-ditch effort.
I think this is just game. He can't, even if he kills this cannon, so what? There's two more.
Second Zealot coming in. Second Zealot comes in.
That's
There's another
game.
cannon, and that should be it.
We very rarely see this happen, but it is every now and then a way to punish a build like this. And herO is not having this. Queen's going to go down as well, getting trapped by the Zealots. Good body blocking there. His hatch is going to go down, and so is Symbol. He's going to go for a counterattack, but there's already a wall.
Yeah, I mean, what can he really do from here? He's going to go back to mining the main base, but he's so far behind now. I think playing it out might just actually be an insult to his team, and they should actually just let it go. And
It's like so true what you just said. I mean, I don't even...
It's harsh, but it's true. It's reality.
It's just the reality. Very well said.
And, well, we'll see what he's going to try here. But,
like, herO didn't even make a cannon at home. That's how much he knows this game is over.
well, look at this. You know, he's counterattacking with a lot of lings. A lot more lings are on the way as well. But
he's going to surround on the Zealot. And
he's got a third Zealot out now, though.
Let the block come off. Uh-oh.
Oh, my
Lings
God.
do get in.
It shouldn't have happened, but still, he's got 22 probes in the main to 10 drones.
Yeah.
This is just a few lings here, and a Zealot and probe are already doing a little bit more harass here in the main base.
And he can always just pull these probes against this small of a number of speedless lings in your main.
All that herO has to do is tight wall this and make it cannon, and then it's over. Even if he made pure lings from here, he would never be able to win against that.
Nope, no chance at all. Just simply too far behind. You lose your natural like that. There's really no coming back. Not like this.
It's a one base to one base where you have half the workers of your opponent.
And this is also a matchup that we said in the beginning that herO is very heavily favored. So maybe if this was like a Masters player up against a Platinum level player, maybe they can pull it off somehow. But in this kind of a situation where it's almost the opposite, it's very hard.
Yeah. Well, look at the production tab. It's telling the story here. He's banking up for another hatch. I think he's going to try to take the gold base. Now, if herO doesn't respond to this, like if a myriad of things in a row go terribly wrong for herO, like if he screws up 9 big things in a row, 9 miracles in a row happen, I suppose Symbol could come back. But herO is one of the best pros in the world. He is the Star League champion. He scouts immediately.
He knows the timing of when exactly it's coming down. He's like, oh, your Ling aggression failed. You're not going to take your regular natural. You need to get ahead by taking your risk. You're going for the gold. I'm going to scout it. He's also got that forward pylon still up, protected by 2 cannons, so he could just go for a follow-up and crush that gold base.
I think he will with this +1 as well. There is no reason not to just throw down 8 gates and just all in.
He can do whatever he wants. He can make 2 Stargate Void Ray. He could probably get a Tempest out before this game's over. The sky is the limit here. 5 Lings versus 2 Zealots in the Mothership Core. Guess who wins that fight? 14 Lings are on the way, but he might actually not have them out in time to actually keep this hatchery alive. It's going to be close, but even still, it's a huge investment where he's already behind in drones. And if he doesn't save this base, he's again going to be on 1 base versus 2.
And a third on the way. I mean, Link Speed about to finish it. Maybe he can deny the third, but this hatchery is surely dead.
Canceling it. He's even moving the Mothership Core back already preemptively. Now these Zealots going to try to get into a little crevice here. Decent position, not the best, but Nexus gets canceled as he sees a huge swell of speedlings.
Smart from herO. He knows how ahead he is. It's 2 base Protoss, now to 1 base Zerg. Symbol's going to attempt to take 2 bases, be very greedy, but herO's already got that follow-up on the way. Looks like it's going to be +1 with a bunch of gates.
Oh, man, he's going to lose an Overlord as well, which is going to supply block him. He doesn't have money to make more Overlords right now.
He did scout the fact that there's no assimilators in the natural, so it's like probably going to be that gateway all-in, but really at this point, knowing doesn't mean anything. Like you just don't have the production, the economy, and you're so far behind.
He's going to do the 8 gates like you mentioned, Moonblade. You saw the future.
I saw it, man.
And like you said, if he sees the gates, he's like, oh, that's how he's going to kill me.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. He knows he's dead. He's just waiting and hoping that herO like goes AFK for 30 minutes or something.
+1's done. The Roach Warren is going to be the way to defend against a mostly Zealot comp because, as you said, he didn't take those similarities. He scouted that.
He's going to attempt to break down the rocks, use the map to try to get back into this one. But gold base not even, well, gets completed here. But the units of herO are already on top of it.
He's making spines to try to keep himself on 2 base versus 2 base because this third is surely lost.
Yeah. Not to mention it is +1 gateway units, so they're going to be two-shotting the Lings, the Zealots, and that's really all there is. Roaches are coming out now, but just not enough, and against this many force fields, it's going to make things very difficult.
Yeah, the Zealots are going to be able to get on top of the Roaches consistently with force fields. There's, the spines are just going to be swamped and overwhelmed by this many Zealots, and there's only 2 of them. It's not like he's got 6 spines up. Oh, Hallucinated Immortal to tank a little bit as well. It's going to force him to target. Oh, this is just a nightmare.
Well, here
Say
we
goodbye.
go. Gonna push in. The long arm of the Protoss grabs all the roaches that were made, all 4 of them. And here come the Zealots in the front to tank. Some more roaches do come out. But they also get arm grabbed here by the Protoss. And there you go. herO just finishing this one up. GG.
Couldn't have been a more one-sided matchup for these 2 teams. They have possibly the worst player for Jenner who's played this season versus CJ's best.
Yeah, and I mean, that was a very drawn-out loss. We all knew that was coming from a mile away. Losing drones like that to a cannon Zealot rush and a hatchery and just slowly trying, but I mean,
it was like, what was that, man?
I mean, we're all like that. And now it comes down to Ragnarok versus Maru on Vani Research Station. Another kind of mismatch, I'd have to say, like certainly favoring Maru. But, I like Ragnarok, so I want him to do well.
Well, maybe he's got something crazy prepared as well. We saw it out of Sori. He comes in, he's got a very nice build for the map. He thought it out, and he got that win when he was definitely the underdog. Maybe Ragnarok prepares something, and he does not go straight up against Maru. We saw DRG go for like some kind of weird Nidus play with Hydras on this map against Bravo, who was meching. So maybe Ragnarok can take a little bit of inspiration from that matchup and try to take Maru down on Vani Research.
I think it's possible we see a really cool strategy here from Ragnarok. The reason why I gave Sora the edge and I don't give Ragnarok the edge is because Sora has done this many times successfully in the past. There's like a proven history behind his sniping and his really cool strategies, especially in the PvP matchup. Look at Ragnarok and I'm like, well, he's been fielded quite a few many times to try to do cool best of 1 builds, cool strategies, and he has not found very much success at all. So look at the sweat you can even see on Symbol's forehead after a loss like that. That is a tough one to take, man.
Yeah. Giving himself the face palm there after that one. Can't really blame him.
Well, yeah, it was a great build order from here, a great read on what his plan was, and I mean, there's not much you can do as a Zerg player from there unless you want to just cancel the hatchery and try and play from behind in a way. Still, he wouldn't have been that far behind if he canceled it, made Lings, try to get the natural up and running. A lot of ways could have changed, but I didn't like the idea of pulling drones like that.
Yeah. And if you were going to pull drones, it had to be immediately. He waited, he thought about it, he's like, what exactly should I do here? And then he eventually decided, but it was like 15 seconds too late, and that's just 15 seconds too many.
Yeah, no, I mean, cannon finished, and that's all it took. Zealot was there. There's not much you can do at that point.
The early game, every second matters so much. It was just an unfortunate situation there. But moving into this one, I feel like Ragnarok definitely has something planned. The question is what? And will we see Maru try to mech on this map? I think so.
Yeah, I definitely do think so. He went up in a series against Rogue, and I think he mechs almost every time. I think he bioed maybe once. I don't remember exactly, but
yeah, he's been showing a lot of favoritism towards mech these days, though he's kind of still. I feel like he's a bit more inexperienced with it compared to the likes of Innovation.
Yeah.
But he's getting better and better at it. I'm excited to see it today if he wants to bust it out.
He has not shown us as many broadcasted matches with mech versus Zerg as some of these other Terrans like Innovation, like TY, for example, because they were playing later on in the tournament versus Zerg players, whereas Maru was kind of going through a different sort of edge of the bracket in the GSL. And we did see him, pull it out. He has pulled it out every now and then, but yeah, I feel like his experience is not as good as we have seen some of these other Terrans using mech specifically. I feel like versus Ragnarok might be the time where he tries to bio and change things up.
I'm not so sure, though. I mean, I think there's a reason that he comes out on Bonnie Research Station. I mean, your point still does stand, but he has been getting better and better, and he is Maru. We have seen some very well-executed mech builds on Terraform, on other maps, such as Bonnie Research Station. I wouldn't be surprised to see him pull it out here and just get a clean win against Ragnarok.